Hello, folks, and welcome to my Saturday Bitcoin market analysis. As you know, I'm providing today a full analysis for everyone, and tonight at 9 p.m. Central European Time, I will provide the 30 minutes, well, 30 minutes, 30 Inspo minutes of the Q&A. For me, it's really important to try to keep this 30 minutes because it's my time. I just have Saturday and Sunday to rest, so let us really try to make 30 minutes. I will start the stream as last week, 30 minutes before we start. So at 8:30, I will start the stream on YouTube, and you are able to place your questions then. I Even if you are checking or watching on Discord, it's the same. I will start on Discord 30 minutes before. You can place your questions. As soon we start with the stream, all questions that came later on will be not part because otherwise, like last week, for example, it takes 1 hour, more than 1 hour, and that's just, you know, it's my time I need just to rest. So let us work with these rules. So let us go forward and check what the market is doing. I was saying that the Kingfisher is not working today. I don't know why, and I think that's maintenance or something. But the data, everything is completely removed. I will try again. At the same time, we see that Bitcoin is trying to break out at 24,100 to the upside. Still think that 25 is possible, and afterwards we should go down, but we will see because we will take into account also another data related to futures and Binance. And you see that these guys are really trying, they are shifting now the volume in orders to the upside, indicating they are inviting the price to the upside. And we will see, but in my opinion, that looks very, very solid just to break up. And we will see. You can see extremely good what they are doing, absorbing this orders, and we will see, yeah, how far they want to go up. In my opinion, that's the 25k. They used yesterday's SPY bullish price action and SPX to distribute because what they are doing is up distribution, up distribution, up distribution, but with a tendency to more up. So they are using this SPY SPX algos. Those who are just following SPY, for example, SPY was really bullish, so they generated some buy pressure, and they used that, and that's why Bitcoin didn't follow. They used it to distribute against this buy pressure. It's of course a very smart way to distribute without to move the price. And now it's time, of course, for a scam pump. It's weekend, low volume, so perfect to go up, and that's what they are doing at the moment. Usually Sunday is the day with the mm, big price action. So even they go up to 25k and it will maintain at 25k. We know that 24k was a huge resistance related to the gamma wall. We will check more today. If they shifted even more to 25k, that would explain that 25k would be the next big resistance. And yeah, it looks at the moment like they want that would, in my opinion, be an incredible nice scenario for a bull trap, maintain there and go down afterwards. Of course, we need to see, but that looks, in my opinion, very, very accurate at the moment. So, yes, let us go forward and check what's happening. So, as expected, the wealth ratio finally just touched its top and it's declining now. Means the preparation is done. We are just need to wait now for the execution. That's the next step, right? So that's the next thing we need to wait for. In my opinion, we are very close to it. Doesn't mean we can't go for August, for example, or September. Even I'm still bearish on August, but maybe in the last half of August or the last quarter of August, we can go up again. And maybe then we can go to 28, 30K. But in my opinion, just related to the wealth ratio 30 days moving average, that was a very accurate indicator in the past. In my opinion, I mean, only if the whole environment and the whole market conditions have changed, indicating they sold everything here. Just, but it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense just to sell here at 18, 19 because all these guys were whales. So, I mean, these guys are not going to take an exit if they know the price is going to go up again. It doesn't make any sense. Any sense. So, in my opinion, it's really clear that what we are doing here is a preparation that will be executed very soon and we will nuke. For me, that's a fact. But of course, it's always the same when it's today, it's tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow could be it. SPY, SPX did a very nice rally. It would indicate they will go down very soon. I'm still expecting to see a huge move up by VIX, for example, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, we need patience, but you see that here the wealth ratio is flipping to the downside, usually indicating that's it. We will go more to the downside first before we can go more up. At least, and that's what I said, at least I would expect a huge volume indicating a big sell pressure. Doesn't mean we need to go and nuke by 10, $20,000. Maybe we just nuke by $3,000, but with a lot of volume, indicating they are pushing down while someone is pushing hard up. Would explain a lot. That's something we need to see. If we check here, we see that the current and why I mean, it's playing out right now. Why I thought we are going up now is because they whales dumped, indicating dumped in weights ratio, indicating that's what they want. They want to let the price even go more up next. And afterwards, as we can see, they start to distribute. They start to send again bitcoins to sell, something I would expect even more. So from here again to the upside, hitting 100%, indicating whales are sending more to distribute to the upside. So the way up. We can see here the 30 hours moving average as well here. It lifted up. It's declining now. Hitting, it's below 88%. So it's still high, but also indicating us that these guys are doing its job at the moment. If we check the stablecoin reserves and exchanges, it maintains, and the stablecoin supply, it's declining a little bit, but also not critical. Even if it's not indicating they are minting huge amounts, in my opinion, that's just a sequence. That's just a little bit more up, then nuke afterwards, and maybe then again a little bit more up. we will see. Usually I would expect also a sideway run between 25 and 20 or something. I've mentioned yesterday, based on my TA, that 25 would make sense. We have here 20,800, so you see they are trying to push up. In my opinion, they will do it because of the low volume, and we will go to 24,800 or something, and then afterwards maintain there, distribute more down. However, um, that's it here. Let us go forward. So, what happened? Well, today, as usual, weekends, nothing happens. If we check, for example, here, we received yesterday, the first time since a while. I mean, that's bigger, the last time was July 18th. So almost 2 weeks ago, we received such a volume in inflows like yesterday, 4,300 bitcoins. A few hours later, another 1,700. It's not huge. It's not huge like, for example, we have received here 6,600, but it's spot. And at the moment, I don't see those distributed. That would also explain they were planning the next leg up, and usually when they are there, they will start to dump it. At the same time, we can see some bigger outflows, but 1,900 here, and since then it's also declining. No big stablecoin inflows anymore, or outflows. Also something that's indicating they are not selling yet. Otherwise, we should see the stablecoin outflows and usually at the same time stablecoin inflows. We know that's how it works. That's what they are doing. That correlates always. And that's it. Let us go forward. So let us see and check what's happening related to futures. We can see they demanded a lot more longs than shorts, and afterwards they started to demand more shorts, and right now it's stabilizing, as we can see here. My mouse is again just troubling a little bit. However, if we check what the leverage ratio did and the open interest, it correlates very well to the price action, just a wave formation, and that's it. If we check the assets and flows related to derivative exchanges, we see both are usually for weekends declining. So nothing big as well here. If we go forward, unfortunately, I don't know what's happening today with Kingfisher. Maybe it's just maintenance, but it's not working today. Nothing. Not even the spin. Nothing is working right now. I guess that's really just the ma just a cycle, a maintenance cycle or something. Well, let us go and check Blockchain Whispers what's happening here. First of all, what we can see is that we still have much more, and they are adding more shorts and more shorts and more shorts at the moment, more than longs. And that's something that usually doesn't make me really bearish. But as usual, we had that in the past. We had more longs and we lifted up. So always the question is who is shorting, who is longing, is are those whales maybe um, yeah, the market drivers? If that's the case, it doesn't matter. I mean, if they short with big volume, it should appear here, and I will show you that the data of blockchain whispers makes sense and it's accurate because they are using, it seems, just um, the um, API from the API from Binance. And I will show you how they calculate that. So what we can see at the moment is a lot volume in shorts, less volume in longs, the same here related to Ethereum, while the price is lifting up. Usually when it's lifting up, we all know they are trying to just to react to liquidate those shorts. So something it would make sense even to go to 24,800 or something just to liquidate them. If we go directly to Binance, we will see we have here almost, let me see, almost 2.9 billion US dollars in open interest, right? So if we go here, we can see, yeah, that matches. We have here a notional value of open interest dot 2.9 billion US dollars. It matches very well. Then the question is, hmm, how how blockchain whispers know that they have almost 1.8 billion in US dollars in shorts? Well, they use the long short ratio. If we check here, we have 60 to 40%. We go here, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. So they are just multiplicating the open interest with the long short ratio. Another chapter here is what Binance is providing is, for example, top trader long short ratio related to their accounts and top trader long short ratio related to their positions. What does that mean? Well, Binance explains very well what does it mean, what it means top trader, their definition of top trader, and that's at least they take every well, we can see that here the proportion of net long and net short accounts, so accumulating them together to make a total, to total accounts of the top 20 users with the highest margin balance. So that's a little bit like weights ratio, but for futures, it seems. However, they use two different things. First of all, the accounts with the biggest margins, and then the positions with the biggest margins. So two different quality of information, and that's really interesting. If we check, we see that the whales are at the moment more shorting than longing, 56 to 44. But if we take into account their positions, so those 44% of bullish whales are um, their positions have much more, well, at least more volume than the short positions. And that matches very well to the liquidation map of the Kingfisher. And that explains why the bars on the short side it's lower than on the long side because the bullish whales are using more volume than the short whales. And that's also another very interesting aspect. So also very interesting that we have seen and we need to see and to track if that's changing because we know that certain, for example, VMM entities love to use Binance, for example, due of their liquidity. So we need to keep it up and to track that what's going to happen next. Bitcoin keeps lifting up. In my opinion, that's pure exchanges. But I'm quiet. I just shut up because they are really, I mean, what they are doing doesn't make big sense for any whale, in my opinion. Only if those 44% of the bullish whales are the market drivers. That could be it, and that would maybe explain why they are using more money, more margin to push up the price. So, and that's it. It's really sad that the Kingfisher is not working today. Really. I mean, that looks like it's working, but everything else, the database doesn't look as it works. No. Okay, that's it. Let us go forward. So let us see what's happening here. And by the way, it's indicating 25, they are waiting at 25. Now 26 is even lifting up, indicating, of course, and that's what option traders do, is to go more and more related to the price action. So it's not surprising me. If the price goes to the 25, they will rise the walls at 26, so indicating they are placing more calls to 26, and so on and so forth. As soon as the price flips, they will start again with puts in lower ranges. So it's good to know, and it's good to see what they are expecting and where the next resistance could be it, but as you see, it's not that accurate, or at least not useful to trade. So we can see they are also, for example, I'm not sure, but I think we had a lower bar here, so it looks like they are also bringing up the 24K gamma wall. If we check the GAX, wow, from 83 to 60 something. I don't really know why it declined, to be honest. I mean, since yesterday, okay, we had an expiry, many expires or expired, but why it went down from 62 to 60? Only maybe because there are coming in more puts, but that's something we will see. Let us check. Wow. So we have long strangle 500, short straddle 200, and bull call spread 180, custom strategy 170. Nothing big as usual on weekends. So yeah, let us check that here. So again, I mean, that's always the same strategies at in the recent time. Custom strategy we will check, but I mean, we have the long straggle that's just indicating they're expecting a sharp price move. We have the short straddle indicating they are just expecting nothing, so low volatility. And we have the bull call spreads where they are just expecting a gradual price rise. So nothing big, to be honest. Absolutely nothing big. Let us go forward and check the first one, long strangle. So we have the long strangle, as mentioned, they are expecting a price move and either up or down, indicating between 25 and 23, August and September, nothing big. Even, I mean, the biggest one is here between 23 and 25 until September. As mentioned, that's the basic analysis for that kind of strategy. We don't know if some other strategies are behind or what's behind of that. Let us go forward. So then let us go directly to the short straddle, and that's interesting. Long strangle and short straddle. So the short straddle is almost the same. Well, not almost the same. It's just indicating, 25K. That's the next step. So it would at least match a little bit what I'm expecting is to go up to 25K, and that's why they think between August and September. We will see. As mentioned, option traders are not free of bias, so we have to see. bull call spread will be the next. And the bull call spread indicating that's a slightly bullish thing. So indicating they're expecting a price move to the upside, but nothing big. And it seems they're expecting here at least a price to 26,000 until end of August, as we can see here. It's also not huge in premium, but also interesting. And if we check here, for example, now, that's multi-leg maybe. I mean, that's the problem on custom strategy. We don't really know what they have in mind. Both 21k put, 24k call, and sold a 27 call. I don't know. I really don't know if they are just making here a volatility trade or something. So that's it. Usually we know that options over the weekend is not really useful. Wow. Top trades last week for December, expecting a price below of 20k, but also here 30k. Even the biggest one is here put 25k, almost 4 millions until end of December. And here, for example, 2.24 millions puts 20 until end of December. And also indicating here they are selling a lot of calls 24k. Hmm, does that make sense when the price is lifting up? I would say not, but okay. Okay, that's it. Let's go forward. So what we can see here is that's again one well-coordinated scam pump, like we have seen just in the last few days. So everything at the same time pushing the price up. FTX, the aggregated, Bitcoin collateral futures, stablecoin collateral futures, everything at the same moment just pushing the price up. That's what they are doing. However, if we zoom out a little bit, the whole thing looks a little bit different. Like if they bought here to distribute, they bought less this time. And well, usually when that happens, I would expect that here. We need to see what's going to happen if futures are pushing the price more up so they can distribute, or how it will look like. So we will see what they are going to do, but we see here as well what they are doing at the moment. Let us go forward and check. Wow, look Coinbase. That's crazy. Coinbase, yeah. So that's really crazy. Let us go forward. That's Binance not buying that much, not looking like Coinbase. I think Coinbase is here the main driver because that matches perfectly, while they are also using here Binance. That's Bitfinex. Bitfinex here also buying all the time. And we can see the open interest with the high funding rate indicating longs are coming in, I guess, or shorts, I don't know. But usually it seems they are still longing more than shorting. And at the moment, at least, they are requesting more longs than shorts. And we can see that's why I stopped to trade weekends, because that's so, well, low volume, and that they do it in both ways. They did such kind of scam dumps also before, just almost crash because it's low volume. You can dump the market with low low coins, you know, and that's nonsense in my opinion. So let us go forward and check what's happening. We remember, let us go for back. We remember those 4,300. If we check the time here, if we check that here, let me make here, I think that's here. Do you see that? Mm, no, you can't. So no, hopefully. Here it is. July 29th at 17 o'clock, so 5 p.m. We have received 3,000, what was that? 4,300 bitcoins. Now let us go here and let us check what these guys are doing. Entities with 10 to 100 bitcoins. Look, July 29th, 5 p.m. Fund flow 4,200 bitcoins. And they didn't distribute them, it seems. So, also very interesting. Market maker was active yesterday, 2,000 bitcoins here, another 1,500 bitcoins here, and now we can go forward and check that they sent funds to, it seems, Binance derivative or Bitfinex derivative and OTC. If we go forward, these guys, for example, 100 to 1,000 bitcoins, they are lifting up in, let me see, in balances by 10,000, and these guys are declining. If we check, they declined by also 10,000. Retailers, they are, well, at least retailers are not buying, are stabilizing, are waiting, it seems, and even this here as well. And this year, well, they are not doing anything. So it seems that market maker is reducing their balances, indicating they are pushing the price up again to distribute, and you know what happens usually afterwards. So for me, tomorrow would be a key day just to see. I would expect a red, at least a beginning, a red week, just because SPY and SPX will make its correction and to go a little bit more down. That could push, of course, also then Bitcoin. So, but we will see, of course. Let us go forward. So let us see. First of all, it seems they absorbed Coinbase orders here, so they sold very well, almost 600 bitcoins, and more bitcoins waiting there to sell. So someone is pushing up while Coinbase can sell some bitcoins. Not bad for them. Why not? But as you see, the next one keeps being 25,000 at the moment. We don't have any walls there, only to the downside. So at least based on what we can see here and also the gamma wall that would match, 25k could be the local top before we go down again. Even if it's just a correction or something, we need to see. I'm still bearish because for me they are fully. That's the thing. But trade just the market. I mean, even here, you can long. Then maybe it will take a little bit, but you see what they are doing. They are here maintaining the price, and they are pushing, pushing, pushing. They will push even more to attract more longs, and we will see if that's going to work. If we check here, also here, locking a lot of liquidity to the downside, to the upside, Deribit, Perpetual are still waiting here in higher ranges. Bitstamp only here to the downside. Binance Spot. Also here they absorb here some orders. The next one is at 25,000 and even up to 26, 26 and a half, 28. So yeah, moon next, 60,000, 80,000, 200,000, whatever. So that's what's happening here. So also here they are reinforcing, it seems, waiting there. We will see how far they want to go. So Bitfinex waiting at 32,600, and also here just locking a lot of liquidity to the downside, something that in my opinion doesn't make sense. Really doesn't make sense because just few are driving the market. Why lock your liquidity at 21,000 or even here at 60, 16? Why? Where's the sense behind that? 18 doesn't make absolutely any sense for me to lock your to lock your liquidity there. FTX waiting at 26,000 and 25,500 and 24,800. So we were very close, and they did 24,730 at the moment. At the moment, as you see, also absorbing size sales orders. So for them, 26 could be the local top. Let us go to Kraken. Kraken here 25,000 and even 27,000 and 25,500 and 23,500. Bitmax. Bitmax doing exactly the same, waiting at 25,000. They absorbed the big one here, 23,800, and also here waiting at 28, 26,400, and locking some liquidity at 22,000 and here in the downside. Something I will never understand why they are doing that. Bitfinex derivatives. Also here waiting at 31, 30, 29. They stopped here, they removed the wall, and also here that's it. Kraken futures, nothing. FTX spot, nothing. They absorbed here, it seems. I don't know if they absorbed, but it looks like they absorbed here also the sell orders here. We have a little one at 24,800 that matches to their perp as well. And Binance futures, they did exactly the same. They absorbed this wall at 24,136. And we have another wall here at 24,700, another wall at 24,900, and another wall at 25,000. And we will see how far they want to push the price down. If we check, usually it means they are 26,400. Even they want to push even more to 26. Nothing would surprise me on weekends, to be honest. Absolutely nothing. So that's it. Um, well, no personal conclusions. Not on weekends, not Saturdays, because it doesn't make sense. The thing is, that's just a training for you, so you know all the data. And now it's time to make your questions if you have some questions, and to place them when I'm starting my stream. To be honest, nothing has changed since yesterday. Even I'm still thinking 25K could be the next local top, but maybe, I mean, for them, yesterday was extremely cool because what they are doing all the time is just push up, distribute, push up, distribute. So what happened yesterday? SPY, SPX, extremely bullish, pushing the way up. But Bitcoin didn't follow. Why? Well, I can tell you why. Because they used that. They knew, hey, it's Friday. I'm not dumb. Why should I let the price go up? If the algos of SPY and SPX are pushing the price up, so indicating they are absorbing, they are generating buy pressure, then let me dump into them. That's the best way you can do that. And that explains why the price didn't move. They just use those SPY, SPX algos to dump on them, to distribute on them. Now, after they distributed enough, they have enough liquidity to push up the price again. So that's going to work very fine. If they want to create and generate the next dip, for example, they could use that tomorrow because of low volume, so they don't need to spend all their bitcoins or many of their bitcoins to push the price down. It's going to be very easy, and they can, of course, make some money with shorts. At the same time, Monday, when the markets, and if we check, for example, SPY, SPX, look that. I mean, usually after such a bullish price move, usually, and right now SPX is touching a huge resistance, it should at least make a correction back to 40,050 or something. And what does that mean? Well, usually that means that Bitcoin should then receive sell pressure. So does it make sense to sell Monday, Tuesday, when SPX, SPY is going to start its correction? I don't think so. It would make more sense for them maybe just to do it the day before, Sunday. Well, first of all, because we have a CME close here in that area. So even if we go up, even if they want to go and to make a bull trap, we can go down again tomorrow. And then, for example, when SPY, SPX starts to decline, Bitcoin should follow and they can start to refill their bags with Bitcoins to afterwards go up more. Would be possible. That's a scenario we should have in mind. Even my bias at the moment is still just because of the weight ratio, just because, some futures, even we have 1.7 billion, but to know that big whales are shorting at the moment more than longing, it's indicating me, okay, they can have an attraction to dump the price. I mean, if I want to dump the price, I just want to have a lot of buy resistance because then I can maintain the price at a higher level where I can distribute. So just imagine SPX, SPY, they know they are going to lift up even more. Then it would make sense to go up to maintain here and to start to distribute Monday, Tuesday when SPX and SPY algos start to push up again. They can do exactly the same what they did, something I wouldn't expect. So if these algos are going to push the price down and generate more sell pressure, it's not the best time to distribute for them. So it would make sense to distribute before Sunday, even if it's low volume, but they will get more buy pressure than, for example, Monday, when even this Wall Street algos will push the price down. I hope it's clear what I mean. And that's, of course, a theory as usual, make your own conclusions, and as I always say, just trade my data, never trade my opinion. Never trade any opinion because that doesn't make sense. Only trade what you can see. Only trade what for you makes sense. Only trade what you can figure out. Never trade opinions. It doesn't make sense. You don't know what's behind. You don't know if these guys have, for example, bags full of Bitcoin and they just want to sell their bags. You don't know if I'm extremely bearish and just because I have a huge, even low leverage, but a huge short still pending and I just want to attract you to short with me, for example, or whatever. You never know. So only trade the data, never opinions. It doesn't matter if it's Inspo or whoever. Okay? Big love. See you tonight. Well, I mean tonight. It's in, well, yeah, 6 hours, almost 6 hours. So we will see in 5 hours. I will start my stream. We will see us then. Big love. Trade carefully. Bye.